spots to stop. Beautiful sunset in the evening, especially in the summertime. This is on our way to the cabin. Hey everyone, welcome to the cabin. Got lots of projects to do up here, not enough time to do them all. Had a real busy summer and busy fall, so I'm just going to come up and try to get a few things done before we get too much snow and I'm not able to do it. First thing, we got all this old wood I'd like to burn up. It's been laying there for a while. It's just going to go bad if I don't burn it up. Clean it up, because eventually we're going to build a wood shed and get rid of all this and that old tarp. And I got some thinning to do around it. We got an acre lot here, so you can see our orange stake or orange paint mark on the tree. It's kind of a square shape the whole way around, so I got some thinning to do. And I like to keep my trees a good 10 feet apart, give them a chance to grow. Hardwood or softwood, doesn't matter, I like both of them. I mostly cut the popple. I don't really care for the popple trees. They tend, once they get bigger, they get weak in the wind and leave a lot of limbs, and some of them break off. So I like to keep the spruce, the fir. Not much for pine. I like to get rid of the pine because the needles kill your grass, your lawn. But yeah. We just started up our fire pit. Get a little heat going. Keep our hands warm today. Notice all these marks in the snow. I don't know how they're turning out on the camera, but when I first showed up at the cabin here today, I noticed all these marks in the snow. And we just got done our moose season here in Canada. And what it was, I figure, is two bull moose fighting here. They got the lawn all tore up, and there's just tracks everywhere. And normally I have a trail cam set up on video, and of course I didn't have it this time. What a great video that would have been, but that's exactly what I'd say it was, is two bull moose fighting. So the next project we got on the go is this outhouse. I was hoping to get that done this fall, but never had enough time, so we'll have to finish it in the spring. We did get our hole dug with the backhoe. It's a little excessive. I'm going to stick a piece of plastic culvert in there, fill around it. Yeah, that's our outhouse. We'll get that in place. But today we're mostly going to focus on leveling this step up. If you watched the video previous, you see where we brought this step up, and I got to jack the camp up and move these cinder blocks in some so I can get the step in tight to the door. Just shim it up, level it up. Yeah, as you can see over here, we got some old trees that need cut, they're broken off. Good firewood. We got one white birch there that's dead at the top. We can cut it for firewood. And you see all these fir trees, how close they are together. I like to thin them out, like I say, a good 10 feet, 8-10 feet apart. So they got a good chance to grow. The front's not too bad. I like to keep the firs down in the front and keep the hardwoods growing, because that gives me a good view. So I try to keep all the fir trees cut. All right, let's get at it. So I'll tell you, when we first come up here, the camp was vacant for quite a few years. Mice had taken it over, and my wife and I talked it over about just burning it and rebuilding. But we decided to gut the entire camp, and the structure, you know, the framework was still good and solid, so we gutted the camp, cleaned it all out right to the studs, new insulation, all new interior, jacked it up, leveled it up, and we're kind of glad we did that, because, you know, to build a frame up a camp today, you're looking at a lot of money, so we saved quite a bit there. But every year we've been doing little things to it, just keeping it up. New windows and doors, put new floors down. We put all pine tongue and groove. This is our boot room, or little storage room. You come in. It's not a big camp by any means, but it's just right for us. Little place to sleep over in the corner. We also got an air mattress when we come up and stay. New wood stove. We brought our TV up. We got a TV mount we're going to put on the wall. Got our propane stove hooked up. It's been a long process because everything's so expensive. You can only do a little bit each year, but coming along looking good. We enjoy it. I absolutely love it up here. My wife, she's the same. Every chance we get, we're up here. You know, you'd like to be up here all the time, but there's other priorities like work and bills you got to pay. But every chance we get, we're here. It's so calm, and you know, you don't hear all the traffic. All you hear is nature. It's the best medicine a man could get. Well, we didn't have much luck cutting with our bush saw. I don't know, I'll have to take it to the shop and see what's wrong with it. It starts fine, and it'll run for 5 minutes and start to idle high, real high, and then it just quits. So we'll see if we can get that fixed this week. Come back up next weekend, do some more thinning. Did do a little bit with the chainsaw, cleaned up some of the trees that were broken off, and a little bit of brush, make it look a little better. Just take a stroll down to the brook and show you that real quick. Sometimes it gets pretty windy there at the camp where it's all opened up. It'd be nice to come down here out of the wind and build a little fire. It's not too bad of ground. A little bit of trimming with the saw, make a nice trail. Beautiful spot. Just doesn't get any better. We haven't had much rain this summer, so the brook's low. It's usually higher than that. Nice big pine trees. You know, that's a big tree for East Coast. Small for you guys on the West Coast. I'm just going to take a walk down the brook here. Not very far. I want to show you this tree that I found. I got to do some trimming here too. My trail's kind of getting blocked off, but we'll sneak through here. Taking you through an obstacle course here. Oh, if I could even get through it. I'm getting too old for this. Oh my land, how am I going to get over this? Well, looks like we're crawling. Oh dear. Ugh. All right. Definitely got to cut that. Now, like I was saying, this brook runs to the lake behind us. So after I get all the projects done at the cabin, I'm going to build a walking trail from the cabin all the way down along this brook to the lake. I walked it a couple years ago. Beautiful walk. So to have it all bushed out, be really nice. I just wanted to show you this old tree. I'm sure it's a pine. I like finding stuff like this in the woods. You know, makes you wonder how old that thing is. Leave a comment below, some of you tree enthusiasts. How old do you think that is? It's definitely a pine because it's about the only thing that grows that big here on the East Coast. But look at the stones and the roots that thing picked up when it fell over. If I can get closer here. But that's a huge stone right there. Some up there. Big one there. You know, that thing's massive. Love the sound of that. I could sit here all day. You gotta watch these mossy rocks, they can be slippery. So yeah, back to the tree. Just a cool find. Another old fellow there. There's where it, you know, the body of the tree is still laying there. It's getting pretty deteriorated over the years, but see the moss growing on it. It's like it was one big tree at the trunk and then split off to 3 or 4 towards the top. All the way up to here. And then you look over and look at that cedar That's why I love being in the woods, guys. The stuff you see, I just love it. Can't get enough of it. Look at this cedar growing on. That's a huge granite rock right there. Look how them cedar roots grew around that rock. All the way down to get water under that rock. Huh. Another spruce right beside it. A few more up top. You don't see that very often. All right, let's mosey back to the cabin. Well, we got our steps all fitted. I'm short on bricks, pavers. I got to pick up 3, maybe 4 more pavers. But at least I got it fit nice and tight. Everything's level. The last video I just brought it up. Never had time to level it up, but we put some pressure treated underneath the posts, concrete blocks, just to keep it from rotting. But it's a lot bigger than the one we built a couple years ago. At least you got room for a wood box, place to sit down. And I think this summer I might shave this. You probably can't tell on camera, but there's quite a hump right there. So I think I'll shave that off. That'll make that more level walking up on the step. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you like the content, we got lots of projects to do up here at the cabin. Gonna be lots of videos. Hit the bell so you don't miss any. And appreciate all your support. We'll catch you on the next one.